The Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. At Prairie Country Crop Insurance, we work hard to protect your hard work. Agent Jason Espenson can help you create a plan to protect your crops and much more. Call us today or stop by our offices located in Jackson and Windham. Prairie Country Crop Insurance. I'm joined right now by Wyndham Senior Elliot Espenson, our Athlete of the Week this week. Congratulations, Elliot.
Thank you.
Let's go back to Thursday's meet, and first off, had to be just nice being outside.
Yeah, it was nice, but it was super windy that day. I mean, you're getting blown over just trying to walk to your events. So.
Yeah, well, kind of a typical day at the Eagle Track, isn't
it?
Yeah. But when you have that kind of wind and you're a thrower, how does that affect things as far as throwing is concerned?
With discus, depending on the way the wind's blowing, it can either carry the disc farther or it can kind of kill the momentum of it, but it was kind of just a neutral wind, so it didn't really affect the disc too much. And with shot put, it can kind of push you over as you're trying to get into your balance for starting your throws.
Let's start with the I think you guys started with the discus on Thursday. So tell me about the discus competition. You mentioned it was kind of a neutral wind. So knowing that, how did things go for you as far as throwing goes?
It went pretty well. I threw 97 feet, which isn't a PR, but it's a season record. So, I mean, good start for the first time throwing disc, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Second time throwing disc. Yeah, so, I mean, I'd say it's a good start. I mean, hopefully I'll just keep going up, but
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you mentioned shot put. It was kind of tricky just keeping your balance with that wind. And I was out there on the track side, and when the wind is pushing me around, it's a pretty good wind.
Yeah, so I start my shot put setup on one leg, so I kind of got to make sure I have my balance set, and when you get set, and all of a sudden the wind pushes you over, you got to be careful you don't step out of the ring or you scratch.
Last year was your first year throwing track.
Yep.
And I know that as the season progressed, you're getting more used to things and getting a little bit better idea of what to expect. How did that change your preparation for this season?
With shot put, I just kind of felt a little more comfortable because I have hundreds of reps under my belt. I've been throwing for a year now, so I'm a lot more comfortable. And then kind of just get in and do what I need to do.
You are not a prototypical shot put thrower. You're more of a prototype discus thrower.
Yeah.
So how does that change your preparation for the discus?
Discus, it's kind of, right now I'm struggling with just getting my feet set in the right spot. So then again, it kind of goes back to just having all the reps so you are comfortable where your feet are landing and you know that they're going to land in the right spot. But
you guys haven't been outside a whole lot this year, even for practice, have you?
We've thrown outside 3 times, and now there's snow on the ground again. So.
Well, that'll all be gone by tomorrow, so,
I hope so.
Hopefully. How about on the track? Because I know that Coach Knutson kind of sees you a little bit as a Swiss Army knife on the track because yes, you throw shot and you do discus, but it kind of depends on the meet, whether you're going to be in a jump or a sprint or something else.
Yeah.
Or hurdles.
Yeah. Yeah, last meet I was supposed to run the 4x1. I was supposed to be the third leg, but our first and second leg dropped the baton, so I didn't have to run, which I don't know if that was good or bad, but yeah. And then I did long jump too. I haven't been able to get close to my PR from last year, so I'm kind of working on that, but it's hard to practice long jump inside. You can't really do it, so.
Yeah, it's really hard to simulate the conditions, especially, you can't really long jump in a gym
No.
because you're not landing in sand.
Yep, and when you do your runouts, you want everything to be exactly the same. So you want the turf, you want your spikes on, you want everything to be as uniform as you can make it. So that way everything's the same and you can get as close to the toe board as you can.
Now, in your second year in track, what are your expectations for the rest of the season going forward, and then when you get to subsections and sections?
Kind of just hoping to keep PRing. I mean, that's really all anyone can really kind of go for every meet. Just kind of PR, keep bettering yourself. For state or for subs, top 8 go to sections, so that should be, I should be able to make sections, and then top 2 from sections go to state, which I'm pretty I think me and 2 other girls are pretty close with shot put, and then I think I'm leading the section in discus right now. I might be second place, but yeah.
But for somebody that's only been in the sport for a couple years, getting to the state meet, that's kind of a, for a normal second year track athlete might not be realistic, but you look at what you've been able to do in 2 years, that would be pretty good accomplishment, right?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Gotta be a volleyball tournament where the Mankato tournament, no, the Marshall tournament where we had to stay overnight in a hotel, and I somehow managed to sleepwalk and turn the thermostat down to about 50 degrees in the middle of the night.
Nice.
Yeah, so we woke up all pretty shivering, really cold. A lot of country, a lot of folk music like Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers, and Colby Acuff, a lot of those guys. Honestly, opponents like me, I guess I'm fairly competitive, the ones that will keep pushing themselves to do better. I mean, that's probably a tough challenge because, track-wise, you might beat them one meet, and then they come back the next meet, and they're like, all right, I'm going to beat you now, and then you got to kind of keep going back and forth. Probably loud, probably really weird, kind of extroverted, I'd say. I've been painting a lot, kind of just, right now I've just been getting ready for graduation, so I don't really have a lot of time for that, but hopefully I can, just kind of doing some crafts and I snowboarded this winter a lot, so yeah.
And of course, you're a senior this year.
Yeah.
Have you got the college choice narrowed down?
Actually, I do. Yeah, I got University of Minnesota is where I'm going this year.
And what are you looking at going into?
Majoring in animal science with plans to hopefully go to vet school afterwards.
Well, that should be all we need. Congratulations on a nice start to the outdoor season. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
At Prairie Country Crop Insurance, we work hard to protect your hard work. Agent Jason Espenson can help you create a plan to protect your crops and much more. Call us today or stop by our offices located in Jackson and Windham. Prairie Country Crop Insurance.